Hi, and welcome to my review, my first official review of an action figure. I've got tons of them. I've done a couple of reviews in the past, but they didn't really come out as well as I hoped they would, so I didn't bother posting them. But I felt compelled to do a review of this one. This is Regan, possessed from The Exorcist. One of the scariest movies, if not the scariest movie of all time. It's the movie that just completely screwed up the heads of a lot of people. I saw it for the first time when I was 8, which caused me a lot of sleepless nights. Thanks, Mom and Dad. But I'm not really fearful of the movie anymore like I was when I was little. Now it's become one of my favorites of all time. I've seen it more times than I care to even count. But I was really looking forward to this figure. I'm glad someone finally did it. For years I was hoping that someone would come out with a diorama of her room with her possessed in some form or another, and I guess this is as good as we're going to get for some time until they come out with Father Karras and Father Merrin figure, which would really set this piece off. So hopefully they will one of these days. I don't know if they probably already thought of it, most likely, but maybe for licensing purposes they can't, because either Jason Miller or Max von Sydow won't release their likenesses to them, but who knows, maybe they will. It does come with a partial diorama-like cardboard backing that you can set the bed in. It's a partial recreation of her room. It's got Father Merrin performing the exorcism, and it's got, I don't know if you can really pick it up, but it's got her IV and her lamp, and I would really like to display it this way, but this piece right here sort of ruins the look. I actually considered cutting this piece off. You could. There's not really much in the way of detail on the other side, so I may or may not do that. I haven't decided yet. This is a limited edition. Once NECA sells out of these, there will be no more. So I actually ordered a second one, and that one I'm going to keep in the box, obviously. Let's see if I can get closer so you can get a really good look at her face. They did an excellent job capturing Linda Blair's appearance in the movie. All the cuts and scrapes that she inflicted on herself with the crucifix are there. I kind of wish they would have done a little bit better job with the hair. It kind of sticks out right there. There's a fun way to keep that down like that, but I really don't think there is a way. Obviously they left it that way so that you can do this. A really cool addition, but as you can see, the head doesn't spin completely back around straight. You have to push the button at least 4 or 5, even 6 times to get it straight again, which is kind of a pain. After a while you get tired of hearing tubular bells. And the motor is slightly loud. It doesn't overpower the music or anything, but you can hear it. The bed itself is amazing. It's one solid piece. There's no cavity under the bed. It's solid. The skirt is solid, as is the mattress and her pillow. The only part of the bed that's flexible is the sheet. It's a very thin rubber. But it looks like a sheet, so that's good. They got all the wrinkles perfectly. From a distance it looks like cloth. The wood obviously isn't wood, it's plastic, but it looks like wood. All the straps, the strap is flexible. It looks like it could break if you're not careful, so when you're moving the arms, which can move, take caution when you're turning her hands. This hand was actually turned all the way around when I took it out of the box, so I turned that and straightened that. Oh, but all in all, it's an excellent figure. If you're an Exorcist fan, you've got to have it. It's a no-brainer, really. I got it on Amazon for $34. They're still available. Take a look at the box here. It's a window box design. Motorized headspins 360. It's got a recreation of the movie art on the back. And it's got a brief description of Regan on the back. The picture actually looks a lot more frightening than the figure, but obviously that's a picture of the prototype, and as we know in the figure world, prototypes are always better than the ones you get in the store. I really, really wish it wasn't like that, but I guess in reality they have to mass produce these. And if they took all that same care, it would take forever and would probably up the price. So they have to mass produce these and keep them at a price that we can afford. So obviously not all of us can afford a sideshow, unfortunately. Great stuff, but sometimes upwards of $1,000 some dollars. So, but this one can be had, like I said, for $34. They still have them. Depending on who you buy from, they can go from $30, $35, $40. But they are still available on Amazon, so if you want one, snatch it up now. Because, like I said, once they're gone, that's it. NECA is not going to manufacture these anymore. This is a one-run only figure. And the detail on her nightgown is movie accurate. Although I would like to have had a little more pea soup on her blanket. I could probably make a mixture of green and add that myself at some point later on. But all in all, beautiful figure. And I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed my first review. And have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone.